Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Previously on The Outer
Things
Worlds.
safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
Yeah, he definitely has a big crush on her. That's...
Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious. We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
Oh, it's so funny seeing him have this much of a crush on her. But yeah, it looks like I have done everything I can do here. Oh, there's this place. So, deserter?
Keep your wits about you, friend.
I mean, surely this wouldn't work. Yeah, no. Ow! Interesting. You could basically just kill. Well, I had to try it. I mean, I did quick save before this, so I just had to try it. Nothing to see here. Just walk away. Walk away. Come on, walk away. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. You know what? Why don't we just close this door? And yeah, nobody's gonna question me just accidentally sweeping this place out, right? I mean, I'm not a bad man, am I? Who am I kidding? I mean, it's really tempted to just boop. But hey, we might be mean, but we're not that mean. But before we go out of town, let's talk to Mr. Reed here and see if and yeah, we'll see if Mr. Reed can't just come to some conclusion.
Something on your mind? Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Okay.
Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Okay.
A vegetable? You mean like hydro kale? Chewy, fibrous material that springs out of the dirt? I do not trust any food that grows out of the dirt. Worms copulate in the dirt. Did you know that?
I mean,
Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town. Scripture tells us we all have our purpose in the world. Our work shows us that purpose. We should not have to move on from it. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
aha.
Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored Saltuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint. That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent. Modern science disagrees with you, friend. It is a well-documented fact that the wealthiest in society do not suffer from ailments of the Constitution. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude, and it is one we will see through to the end.
Yeah, it doesn't help if you withhold the medicine.
If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose. Adelaide's son was barely competent. I treat him with our medical rations, and it looks like I'm playing favorites. Now, I will not pretend to understand the suffering Adelaide must have felt on account of losing her child, but she is not the only one to have felt such suffering. I wish she had stayed with us. Adelaide left us when we needed her most. Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up.
Yeah. But you're the leader of this town. You should take responsibility. Let's just go back to the botanic lab. Let's see if we can just figure out a way to make both of them happy. Well, happy as can be, I suppose. Let's just do that. Let's just start by traveling over there and see what that brings us. So yeah, this is Soul Chandler over there. Apparently she's over there just doing her own thing, and there are marauders over here. And there's apparently 3 of them. So we're just gonna
Keep them quiet.
yeah, we're just gonna be real quiet. And oh my god, that's a lot of marauders. So why don't we just do something like that and just boop. That was a hatchet. He's not yet dead. Oh, that was cool. That was accidental, but way cool. But also, what happened? You know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know what happened there. We don't want to know what happened there. Primal Behemoth. Okay.
Look out!
Oh boy. No. Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. Yeah. That did not go as planned. Okay, so there seems to be a lot of them in here. So we're gonna have to, I don't know, maybe just take a stealthy approach.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Just get in here, close the door behind you, and we'll be good. For now, at least. For now, we'll be good. Alright, so. Mistakes were made! Mistakes were made! Oh, crap. We're not gonna use that door. We're gonna use this door instead. We're gonna go to the back over here.
I don't know you.
And I don't know you too.
Uh-huh. The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
So what's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm just curious. Oh, we have enough persuasion to. Exactly. I'm not trying to judge you. I'm just curious.
You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself. What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming? I woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you gonna pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing 0G?
I guess this is kind of true. Asking questions is the foundation of science. The best scientist asks too many.
Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that, I am grateful. What's wrong with that? It's good, honest work. Pots and pans don't scrub themselves. Glasses don't fill themselves either. Unless you're in Byzantium. I hear everything's automated there. Not that I'll ever find out.
Alright.
They did. They gave me a life. Gave me a purpose. This is where I belong. Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours. So, what's your story? That right? Prove it.
Okay, fair enough. An alien spirit of pure ether inhabiting a human body to learn about your kind. You know what? I want to try that.
Oof. You knocked your head in the cannery, didn't you? Injuries come out of everyone's pay. Says so right there in your contract. So, you want to tell me what your story really is? Sounds as if you've been keeping questionable company. Or spinning a tale? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon.
But I am a loon. Have you seen this mohawk?
Is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
Nobody else can see this, right? General store disco. I guess this.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl.
Why did you let
There
them?
was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12.
Did you steal from it or something?
Not intentionally. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road. It's not funny.
It
Right
is.
about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G? Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Moreau's still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
To be honest, it's a funny story. Alright, so... What do you got?
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
That was ages ago.
I realize that. Company still has not sent us the necessary parts to conduct repairs. And so no thanks to Miss Holcomb, yonder vending machine remains inoperable.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
I got some
Go
questions.
right ahead. Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
Okay.
I take umbrage with your choice of phrase. We ain't sick, we're rugged. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness. But the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
Yeah, you see, life doesn't work like that. If you get sick, you can just work your sickness away. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Survival of the fittest. It ain't just a law of nature, it's company policy. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work.
And if you don't work hard enough?
Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded.
Okay, just let me see.
Music to my ears.
Just show me what you got. Show me what you got. So, we have... Ooh. Thank you all, everyone, so much for being here. Those of you that are going to be watching the VOD or the YouTube video, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Links to my other social media are going to be down in the description down below. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye, and I will catch you all later. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.